Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, this is the last experiment on powering these tin litho cars, and I wanted to do a quick video to document this. Now, this is that tender I built yesterday out of parts, and far from perfect, but it's a tender. Anyway, I already had a hole in it where I was going to mount a spotlight, and there's the hole where the wire was going to come up to it. Anyway, I opened this hole up and I've got it sized so I can screw a light bulb into it. Then I just attach the power on the end of the bulb, and the chassis itself is supplying ground. So what I'm going to do is get a power pilot light, one of those red pilot lights, and chassis mount pilot light. They're $3 on eBay. And I'll just mount a red light here and see what it looks like. Anyway, just a quick experiment. Like I said, this is my last experiment for powering these tin litho cars, so I wanted to document it. So I just opened a hole, screwed the bulb directly into it, so the chassis is supplying ground. One wire comes off the contactor and goes straight to the bulb. So let's see how this runs. This is its first trip around the rail, and I wanted to document this. So let's see what happens. And as you see, it runs just perfectly. So if I mount a red pilot light in there, that would actually look quite good, I think. Unique. It's not a spotlight, it's just a light. But a red pilot light is encased in a red globe. So to give it a nice dome shape, it just snaps into an existing hole. So I figured I'd go ahead and get this built, see if it worked. If it did, I would just order a pilot light and have a red light on the back of one of these tenders. Now I was thinking of actually going down to the auto store and getting a flasher and have this thing flash on and off. That would be an interesting experiment. I may do that with this car. We will see. So this works. And the nice thing about this, of course, is you can put it any place in the consist and it still lights. It lights perfectly. And it's so constant, it looks like it's attached to a wire. As you see. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 lighted cars on this consist. This is that 999 I built out of parts the other day. Thing's running just absolutely splendidly. Anyway, this is technically the very last video. This works. So I wanted to do one more experiment to see how it would work, just putting a bulb on the back of a tender and then running it in line. And it works. It works perfectly. Flicker free all the way around the track. Like I said, you could light every one of these cars if you wanted to. And that contactor doesn't add a lot of drag at all. And it sure does work. No doubt about that. As you see, every one of these lights is working just splendidly. Now the tender in the front is actually using the copper contactor that I made, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, something like that. It isn't a button contactor, it's just a flat piece of copper strap, really. But this one works, and of course, that one works. So it works really, really well. It's really simple, it's really inexpensive. You can light one of these cars in about 5 minutes if you have all the parts assembled. And total cost is the price of the knob itself, $2.87. So this works really well. That is really bright, and it is flicker free. And you'd think there's a battery inside that tender body, and this thing is just, it looks like it's attached to a wire. You'd never know that it's powered by the track. That works really well. So anyway, like I said, this is very likely the last experiment, unless I hook up that flasher. If I can get this to flash on and off at a steady rate, that would be actually pretty impressive. It would look neat. So, one of a kind, no doubt. Crude in the extreme, in this case. But when I get that surface-mounted pilot light mounted on that, it's actually going to look quite good, I think. Anyway, just the last experiment, so I wanted to do a quick video just to document this. It works, and this is really simple, as you see. And that contactor is just dragging that third rail, supplying power directly to the light bulb. So, like I said, there's 4 lighted cars on this consist. And this one, of course, is using the copper contactor. Just a strip of copper that's bent on the bottom, as you see. So either way you do this, it works. That's the neat thing about it. The nice thing about the knob, of course, is that you don't have to make any bends. You don't have to do anything. Just basically mount the insulator. The steel rod runs through it, attach a wire to it, and drag it across the third rail. And it works really, really well. So in any case, just wanted to do one more follow-up video on this. It works, and it's really inexpensive. Best of all, it's really simple and easy to do this. But it sure does work. And that light is just absolutely constant all the way around the rail. And that's right about 50% power. So anyway, just a follow-up video on lighting tin litho. It's simple, it's easy to do, it's really inexpensive. Best of all is the fact that it works. It works really well and allows you to light virtually any tin litho with no muss and no fuss. Really simple contactor made out of a drawer pull. As you see, really, really simple to do this. So just a quick follow-up video. As always, if you have any comments, please feel free to drop me an email, BENZTRAINZ@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.